what I'm doing. So hopefully that answers that question, but really.
Yeah, I think that makes significance, right? Is like the sacrifices of the leap of faith to go out on your own. You lose a lot of things. And I think people don't take into account. You see us sitting here, but even just doing this has an impact on our families and the relationships that we have. So we often talk about the work challenge, but your work challenges still can create this psychological challenges as well. So just always take those two things into account. Mark, let's talk about you. You know, you've got such a great journey. Everything had to have been easy.
Super simple. Check the box. No, and it wasn't. And I can look back on almost every experience, and there was a downside or a negative aspect of that experience. No matter how good an outcome it was, there was something negative that took place throughout the course of getting to that outcome. Sometimes those outcomes were bad outcomes. You have to make hard decisions and move on. But you touch on impact on family, being an entrepreneur, unfortunately, I'm an addicted entrepreneur, and this is my addiction, but I love it, but my family didn't love it so much because it required me to be away a lot, and you have to make a lot of sacrifices, and from a family perspective, and so. Not everything comes easy, but it's knowing how to navigate, how to look at those situations, how to recognize them. There are going to be plenty of situations where, when you least expect it, you're going to get stabbed in the back, sometimes right in the heart, and knowing exactly how to handle it. Sometimes it comes as a shock. Other times you kind of step back as you're pulling the knife out, going, "I saw that coming, and shame on me for not having done more to preclude that from happening." So it's about awareness, really. Being aware of your family's needs, being aware of your surroundings, what's going on, and and that awareness will hopefully let you at least avoid stepping on the landmines, and if you do, at least being aware enough to know not to do it a second time.
And that goes always back to that saying, when someone shows you who they are, believe them, right? Don't start trying to change people, because people always go back to center. So Diana, talk about a challenging time in your journey where you had to be an enduring leader or transformational leader.
Yeah, I would say similar to Mark's experience, I'm not sure any single one of my job experiences could be characterized as easy. And I think early in my career, the biggest challenges were that I was often the only senior woman in site, and I had to learn how to, without really having real role models, be my own role model. And I think learning resilience and understanding how to manage yourself is central to being able to navigate difficult situations, and over time you get better and better at it. And for me, what has been my method of doing that has been sports, and I've been a triathlete for a lot of my life, and I've also practiced yoga for a lot of my life, and there's no question that is very important. How you regulate your health, what you eat. Exercise changes the expression of your DNA, and how chemical signals go through your system. All of that affects your emotions and the energy you're putting out into the world, and your ability to deal with a situation in any given moment. And also, I'm really interested nowadays in biohacking and being able to optimize myself. And it's always in the stressful situations when you're between jobs or going through a very difficult time with someone you work with. Those are the times when you learn the most.
Yeah, and I think that leads into rituals, right? And understanding what your rituals are. I've always made sure that I have a mentor for each need that I have and not expect a mentor to fulfill each need from one person. And I've started to reflect on what I put my time into daily and how many times I have positive versus negative thoughts, because what you say to yourself becomes reality. So I just think that lean into your rituals and knowing what your rituals are if you want to be that leader, that you can actually come to work and go home and separate the two identities. Sean, let's go into an enduring leader time for you, or a story or a piece of advice you would give when things are not going well and how to overcome that.
Yeah, I think I'll bring up two different points. First one is kind of touching on something you said about balancing the family and work and all that. And I constantly have this discussion with my wife and other people of, getting told, put too many hours into work, or you need to prioritize your family over your work, this and that. And at the end of the day, I ask myself, if you're truly passionate about something and the people around you love you, why would they want to stop you from doing the thing you're passionate about? So I don't mind working extra, but then you have